Home to much more than just safaris, beaches, and pyramids, Africa is both the second largest and second most populous continent on Earth. Its 54 mainland countries and island nations all boast their own unique history, heritage, and culture, and this is, in part, what makes traveling around Africa so fascinating. Home to a vast array of different cultures and languages, Africa offers an intoxicating mix of old and new, as many of its age-old traditions and customs still survive to this day. Here is a list of the top 10 countries you must visit in Africa. Number 10. Namibia. Nestled away in the southwest corner of the continent, Namibia is one of the most sparsely populated countries in Africa. This is because much of it is made up of arid, desolate landscapes and the unforgiving Namib Desert. Formerly a German colony, it only gained its independence from South Africa in 1990, so some colonial-era architecture can still be seen in its capital, Windhoek. Most people, however, visit for its brilliant national parks, which are home to breathtakingly beautiful landscapes and incredible wildlife. In Etosha National Park, for instance, you can catch a glimpse of lions, elephants, and black rhinos roaming around the Kalahari. Number 9. Tunisia. Long a popular tourist destination, Tunisia can be found wedged in between Algeria and Libya on North Africa's Mediterranean coastline. Due to its fabulous warm weather, inviting beaches, and well-developed tourism industry, lots of Europeans come here to lounge on its golden sands and swim in the sea. There is much more to Tunisia than just sun, sea, and sand. The country is also littered with impressive archaeological sites that date back millennia. This is because, throughout its history, it has been ruled by everyone from the Carthaginians, Romans, and Ottomans to the Arabs and later on, the French. Number 8. Uganda. Home to not only the continent's tallest mountain range and the source of the Nile, landlocked Uganda also borders the largest lake in Africa. While its tourism industry and infrastructure are quite undeveloped in comparison with neighboring Kenya and Tanzania, this makes its spectacular landscapes all the more exciting to explore. Long overlooked by visitors to the continent due to its tumultuous and tragic past, Uganda is slowly regaining its title of the Pearl of Africa. This is in large part because it is one of only 3 countries in the world where you can see mountain gorillas in the wild. Number 7. Mauritius. While Mauritius certainly takes some getting used to, visitors invariably come away astounded at the incredible beaches, mountains, and waterfalls on show. Located over 1,000 kilometers to the east of Madagascar, its remote setting means it is home to some of the rarest plants and animals in the world. As such, trekking through its mountainous interior really is a treat, as flocks of brightly colored birds swirl above the tropical rainforest canopy. Tucked away from the dense foliage, you'll come across steep ravines, plunging gorges, and sparkling waterfalls. Number 6. Tanzania. With so much to see and do in Tanzania, it can be hard to know where to start. North of the country alone is home to the marvelous Ngorongoro crater and the world-famous Serengeti, both of which are must-visits if you want to go on a safari and see the Big Five. Here, too, you will also find the snow-topped Mount Kilimanjaro, Africa's highest peak. Indeed, this wonderful part of East Africa is blessed with a myriad of different landscapes, each more arresting than the last. Its Indian Ocean coastline, for instance, is lined by magnificent beaches and the nation's largest and most vibrant city, Dar es Salaam. Number 5. Seychelles. Lying some 1,500 kilometers to the east of mainland Africa, Seychelles is the continent's smallest and least populous country. Made up of 115 islands, with the vast majority of them being uninhabited, the archipelago is incredibly beautiful and is surrounded by the glittering waters of the Indian Ocean. While the Paradise Islands are lined with gorgeous beaches, their interiors are quite mountainous and coated in lush rainforest. Number 4. Morocco. A magical place to visit, Morocco is home to a mesmerizing array of beautiful old cities, medinas, and souks. These lie along the country's scenic Atlantic and Mediterranean coastlines or tucked away amongst the Saharan dunes and high Atlas Mountains. The continent's northwesternmost country has long attracted different peoples and cultures to its shores, and its rich heritage now draws on African, Arabic, Berber, and Western influences. Number 3. South Africa. Occupying the southernmost tip of the continent, South Africa boasts some of the best and most well-run national parks and game reserves in Africa. Of these, Kruger is undoubtedly the most well-known and most visited, with Addo Elephant National Park also being a popular draw. Known as the Rainbow Nation due to its multicultural population, South Africa's cities are a fascinating place to visit. Each of them has its own particular look, feel, and identity. Number 2. Kenya. One of the best places in the world to see wildlife up close and personal, for many people, Kenya is the home of a safari. Its endless savanna and arid deserts teem with life, as lions, elephants, and buffalo roam alongside herds of antelope, flocks of flamingos, and the occasional black rhino. Its dramatic landscapes are also home to some of the continent's most famous peoples and cultures, such as the Maasai, Kikuyu, and Swahili, who each have their own rich languages and traditions. In stark contrast to their age-old ways of life, Kenya is also where you can find one of the continent's most happening cities, its thriving and teeming capital, Nairobi. Number 1. Egypt. Renowned for its ancient monuments and archaeological sites that include the Giza Pyramids, the Great Sphinx, and the Valley of Kings, Egypt is unlike any other country on Earth. Once home to one of the world's greatest civilizations and cultures, history is on show wherever you go, with tombs and temples lying alongside statues and obelisks, all intricately carved. Located in the northeastern corner of the continent, Egypt is bordered by the Mediterranean and Red Seas, with the Sahara Desert to the south and west of it. Running through Egypt is the Nile River, which is the life source of the country. That's it for today, folks. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. Until then, goodbye.